Hi, once again, we are here. I have previously said that I am a neutral Nintendo fan, and I knew one day I wanted to dedicate a whole video to this because to me it is a really important topic. So, and this can also be applied to multiple fandoms, not just Nintendo. Also, this says a lot about gaming culture because it has and unfortunately will always be toxic. A part of me thinks that can be fixed, but I'm still hopeful. Things can get chaotic, at least for me a little bit complicated, because a lot of people will make assumptions about being a Nintendo fan. And sometimes when you are one, and you're like a witness to this chaotic mess that we call the Nintendo fandom. So let's make one thing clear. Just because you are critical of something does not mean you don't like it. And I've seen some people say that's considered to what being a true fan is being able to enjoy something while pointing out its flaws, not acting like it's perfect. Neutrality to many fans can look different, and I think that's something you as a fan gets to decide how that looks. Some people that care what other people think and some people that don't. And I don't want to say that caring is a bad thing when it comes to online discussions, because you are allowed to have discussions, but unfortunately there are some people that take things way too far, or they are just straight up toxic. Others will tell you that no, it's not hard being a neutral Nintendo fan. Just stay out of online discussions, enjoy the games, and know where you stand, and that's it. But that is not how I at least see things, because if you're anything like me in that you participate in online discussions, in my case in videos, I can't blame you if you want to participate in online discussions, because fans should be able to talk about what they want to talk about. That's part of what being a fan is. Something you shouldn't feel ashamed of for wanting that in the first place. And unfortunately, stumbling upon the wrong crowd is so easy nowadays. But if I'm going to be completely honest, I wouldn't let that stop me. As much as people want to separate online and offline discourse, you are still going to encounter those types of people. But you are not suddenly immune to it because you stepped outside. The most important part is, in all of this, is how you act. And trying to be civil and respectful. And it's very important to keep these things in mind. Doesn't matter if it's online or offline. And like I said before, yes, you will find fans that make conversations worthwhile. We really need to move away from this type of culture where everything should be seen from an objective standpoint and that everyone is wrong if they don't agree. I'm sorry, that's not how life works. If you can't seem to wrap your head around that people have different viewpoints, then something needs to change. Like, I feel like there is this need to control other people's opinions when it comes to Nintendo. Like, telling you how to think or act. Because to them, they think it's the right way. And if it fails their ego. Like, something needs to be peak or trash. Or you do have the option of saying mid. That is, if you're too scared to use your own words. And you just say mid. But that doesn't make things any better. So you can't say you enjoyed it while also pointing out its flaws, because that wouldn't be so entertaining, would it? Like, gotcha. Does everything, and I mean everything, need to be this one giant argument over something objective? Like, I cannot imagine making this type of content because I would get bored so quickly. Because really, you find that fun? Do you? Sometimes there are people making reviews for that type of crowd. The ones with the negative hive mind. I think y'all know which ones. Anyways, I wonder when this whole Nintendo grifter thing is over, because now what? Are retrospective videos gonna be your thing now? But honestly, I kind of wish they could have stuck to that in the first place, but that's just me. That is just me. Also, I just love the creativity, quote unquote creativity, when it comes to these thumbnails. Honestly, this deserves its own video because of how insane this is. But I hope you don't plan on sleeping tonight, because what is this thumbnail? And then you have this one. Honestly, it's become one of my favorites. Please uninstall Mario Kart World.
I am so serious.
Guys, this game will ruin your life. It is not that deep, and this is coming from someone who says, yeah, it is always that deep. Like I said, I'm going to have to make a separate video for this because I just have to. And also, they have this weird fascination with AI. That is certainly a choice. Bombastic side-eye. But don't get me wrong, there are people that make some great points. Then they kind of ruin it with their own opinions. Anyways, focus on the way you enjoy things while also being able to criticize some things. And stay away from that negative hive mind.